music. We bond over music. That's the thing we bond over on Sirius XM. We go between hits. You know, they like hits is channel number 1. And we go back and forth, listen to my channel, their channel, my channel, their channel. We talk about things, you know. And they're just adorable. And they hear a song, and they don't know it, and they're not listening to the DJ. They don't have to do that, because they can Shazam it. That's a magic trick. They take the phone out, and they wave it around in the car. Know what song it is. And then they put it on their Apple playlist. Bam, bam. Just like that. It's the playlist. $13.99 a month. Guess who pays the subscription? My mother. I say, you know what Auntie Monique used to do to get music? They go, what? Back in the 1900s? I go, what? I go, first of all, when you went in the car as a family, somebody would yell, shotgun! You can't do that now. People react strongly. But you would yell, you know? And then you'd get in the front seat, and whoever sat in the passenger seat was in charge of the music. And it wasn't an app, and it wasn't connected to your phone. It was a radio with buttons. And you had presets, and you had an antenna. And you would go eat at a burger joint, and you'd get an antenna topper. You had a little ball on the top of your antenna that let your neighbors know if you were what team. If you were Team Whataburger, you know what I mean? Or you were a Jack in the Box, whatever, you had that antenna topper. You're looking at me like this is a history lesson. Yeah, you call your parents when you get home. And you tell them how lucky you are to be born in Shazam days. It's true. I tell them, I said, you would be listening, and then you would hear a song on the radio, and then you would run to the store, and you would hum it to the guy behind the counter. So he could try to figure out what the new hit was, because the DJ didn't say the name and you wanted to buy it. You know, and you'd be like, You go, oh yeah, you spin me right round like a record, baby. Yeah, you'd be, oh, that's, and they always had a bad attitude because everybody that worked in a record store was in a band, and they didn't want to be there. I think they're the parents of the people that work at the Mac store now. Second generation aggravated retail people. But I tell them, I say, we would get 45s, little records, you'd stack them up, and then you had a case and you'd twist lock it, and then you'd go to a party. We called it a boy-girl dance party. You go to a boy-girl dance party. Not like now where you just have like virtual, nobody talks, everybody texts, nobody dances. I tell them, I says, I'm gonna tell you about analog world. It's ancient times. Our freedom, it was freedom when you could create your own music. When the mixtape came out, I said, yeah, let me talk to you about deferred gratification. They don't know what that means. I just say, they've grown up. They live in San Francisco. Drones drop stuff on their porch. I tried to tell them about Layaway. They thought it was an ancient dating app. I said, no. That's where you would try on an outfit in some jinky store that didn't have its own credit card. You would go back to the back of the store, and some woman named Dot would put it in a box. You'd give her a down payment. You'd have to babysit the neighborhood kids. You would get gift cards. You didn't even gift cards now. You get an email from Amazon. That's what we just exchange emails now for Christmas. Remember when your parents would train you to be grateful? They would say, whatever your grandmother gives you, you say thank you. And you act like you like it. Now kids give you a list and they're serious. Don't buy me this. I don't want it. I'll donate it if you give it to me. I don't want it. My nieces give me a whole list of things, but it's a different world. And I tell them, I said, this is how it would work. You would be in the car, you'd hear a song, you'd get excited, and then you'd be in the house and you'd listen to the radio. Then it was fun. It was a part of your life. And I tell them, they know about download speeds and all of this. And I go, no. Coverage plan, 5G. I said, the radio didn't even work in every room in your house. You had to unplug it and readjust the metal sticks on top. Move around until you got it just right. And then the DJ would say, coming up next, Salisbury Hill by Peter Gabriel. And you would run to your room, run and get your Radio Shack recorder. and back it up to the speaker. And this is where I explained deferred gratification to them. You had to wait. 1 commercial, 2 commercials, 3 block of commercials, hovering like a bird of prey with your 2 fingers like this. Because you had to hit play record at the exact same time. And right now in my apartment in Hollyweird, California, the land of skinny jeans. I'm serious. I can't stand them. That's another reason I like being here today. I haven't seen a single pair of skinny jeans all day long, not one. Every man in this town is wearing man pants. Man pants! With a fly and a button, no stretch in it. It's just logical. Women have the babies, they have the stretch marks, they get to wear the stretch pants. You're a man, wear man pants. Men should have man pants and tools. All men should have tools. I'm serious. Not that little orange box from IKEA. That doesn't count. Big. I like when men have like those drawers, you know, with the wheels. That's exciting right there. Man pants and tools. So over time, your standards erode. But I digress. I'm so enjoying you guys. I'm all over the place. It's like, I almost want to say, quit laughing. I don't have much time. But yeah, I was explaining deferred gratification. I said, and then you would wait, and then you'd get another song and another song. And sometimes it would take 5 or 6 days to get your mixtape. And right now in my apartment in Hollyweird, California, I have a box of mixtapes that I made from 1984 to 1989. In a big box with a pink and turquoise boombox, of course. And I told them we didn't need emojis. We had stickers and magic markers. You would make your mixtape and you would decorate it. My favorite one I made in the summer of '86. It is 90 minutes long. It was one big mixtape. Remember when you would have to get a pencil and fix it when it got... And it starts with Jungle Love by Steve Miller Band. That's a jam. It's a jam. I met you on somebody's island. That's a jam. That's romantic. That's interesting. What would a kid say now? We swiped left and hooked up at Pinkberry. Like, what would... I thought I had known you before. I left you a crate of papayas. That is an exotic offering, papayas. Now, they don't grow in Provo, but maybe somebody here is eating a papaya and knows that's a great thing. It is delicious. If you did that now, little girls now, they'd be like, that's a weird thing. Leave me fruit on my porch. That's kind of a creeper move. That's weird. Are they non-GMO papayas? I have allergies. Are they organic? And I'm serious. People are so bizarro now. You know, they ask a lot of questions. They don't move in faith. They don't move in gratitude. These are the kind of things I try to teach my nieces, you know. Somebody gives you a papaya, just say, thank you.